Let that one go. Move on. Anyway, moving to Sheffield. What about you and Kell Brook? So I've got to be honest here. I've said, Johnny and Ant have said, that's the fight that they'd like to see next. Yeah. Whereas before we had all this to go off and that, I said, I thought it were a bad fight for Kell because it were a really tough fight and it'd be nowhere to go after that if he got beat. So I were like, I didn't see it happening. But I must admit now, I kind of can see it more. I can see it happening more likely now than I did a few months ago.
Well, I think I can see both sides of this. I can see why Anthony and Johnny would like to see it, and I can see you're saying the same thing.
I'd like to see the fight. I'm just saying for Kell, I just think it's...
I mean, you with the Sheffield connection with Kell, and for what you think, I think Kell thinks. Now, it's a high risk, low reward for him. Yeah. He loses to me. He's lost to Liam Smith from Britain with nowhere to go after that. He loses to Terence Crawford next. Terence Crawford's an elite fighter, you know, and he loses to, you know, probably see like the Khan fight. The Khan fight's a bigger fight, a bigger name with probably bigger with bigger money. And I'll never ever knock him for getting any of those fights. But if he doesn't fight Terence Crawford or Amir Khan or one of them names next, then he should fight me. And I do think he believes, from his side, it's a too high a risk and a lower reward for him because he knows it's a tough fight himself. And you know, he said that he hasn't disrespected me and said
no, look, you can't talk yourself down then, as it's a lower. I know what you mean, but you're still a world champion. So it's still, if you're from Sheffield, or if you lost to him, you've lost to a kid from Sheffield just over Pennines. If he loses to you, you're only an hour and a half away. You've lost close to me.
What I mean is, I just mean like, you know, I've been around boxing a long time. I know boxing. I'm not deluded, and I'm not gullible in that sense. And I do know boxing. The reason why I wanted that fight when I won a world title when I was with Frank Warren, and I just thought it's a massive fight. I mean, he was a bigger name. You know what I mean? He was a big name. He fought Sean Porter, and then I just think where we are now, and especially now with this, you know, the pandemic, what's going on, I think it's a no-brainer. Unless you get Terence Crawford, the Khan fight's not happening, and I think people are probably a bit bored of the Khan shout now. I do think it's a very, very big fight over here. It's a good fight. I think, you know, with crowds, I think it sells well over here. And I think it's a very good fight stylistically wise for us both.
If it happened in short term though, Liam, so I think why it's a lot more likely is, I think me and Ant were on about this the other day, it's such a risk now with flying opponents in. No matter how big fight is, whether it's Joshua against whoever or Dillian White against whoever, or whether if you flying opponents and the teams in, there's such a risk now to somebody failing in, and then what happens? Yeah. And that's why I think that Crawford fight for Kell, I think it could even be next year before he got opportunity. So is that a fight you do without a crowd if you said, right, we'll do it without a crowd?
I think Anthony could probably answer that question for me, mate. Yeah, I'd do it next week. You know, if we could both make weight next week, I'd do it next week.
No, I just wondered, were you saying it's a big fight, everybody would want to
see? It will be a bit of a, you know, not a pain, but yes, I'd do it. If Eddie comes and says, Liam, the back garden, August 18, Kell Brook, I'd say, sound Eddie. But you know, what's the offer? What's this? Done deal. But I think it is a fight that would be better with a crowd and you know, do well. Yeah. I think everybody would tell you the same thing. They would prefer to fight with the crowd, but you know, with the situation we're in, I don't think anyone can knock it back. And with this pandemic going on, if I was 26, 27, it would not have bothered me in the slightest. I'd have been happy. I'd have spent time with my family. I'd have probably spent time out the gym. But I'm 31, and that's the only thing that's like, you know, been a bit of a pain for me. Yeah. I haven't got time to sit out.
Well, Kell's in a similar position, pal.
And Kell's a bit older than me, so that's where I think the fight might be a little bit more realistic now, rather than. I spoke to Eddie. Kroll, it might have been your fight.
Yes, in November. No, was it Craig Carroll?
Yeah, it might have been Craig Carroll. Now
Carroll it was.
And he said to me, I was going to give you one more. Now, I was meant to be on the May 23rd card, the Yusuf Jajora card. He said, I'm going to give you both one more, and then I'm going to try and do it for September. And then I had a conversation with him just before, or meant to be just after this. And he basically said he thinks it might just happen now, next, without giving us one each. Sorry, what he said was, I'm going to give you one more each, and then all his top of the bills with Sky would suck. So he's waiting for new dates off Sky in September. And so he said then he'll look to do it then. But now with this happening and say them shows gone, I don't think Eddie's going to be bringing people back to fight, you know. Take over. Yeah, you know, he's going to need fights, and if they're going to be behind closed doors and pay-per-view, I don't know. He's going to need good fights. So,
no, it's kind of desperate for sport. British people are desperate for sport. You've two British kids. It's a natural to do now, isn't it? If people can't move around and travel. Yeah, it is. But again, it's a fight that I touched on. I've wanted for a long time because he was always that big name domestic. Everyone wants a big domestic rival. There's no such thing. There's no such thing where, you know, you won't get as much money. If I fought Kell Brook, I'd probably get more money for Kell Brook than I would for, you know, Patrick Teixeira, the world champion.
Yeah,
I'd get more money to fight Kell Brook. And I think everyone always hoped for that one big domestic, you know, rival that you can build a fight with. And that's what I've had with Kell for a long time. As in, say 2-3 years, I've thought I'd like that fight, and then signing with Matchroom, I thought, right, it's an easy fight to make now. And then we're both not getting a world title fight next. So I thought, perfect timing to make it. And then, you know, this has come along. I do know Sky wanted that fight also, which was why when he fought in Sheffield, they asked me to go. You know, they asked me would I be ringside for it. And they come to me in between the rounds. I think they mentioned me to Kell at the end. So I thought, right, this fight's on next. And then this has happened. Yeah. No, I think there's every chance it could happen that now, pal. If they can, it's just getting Kell's name on a piece of paper, isn't it? What is it about that fight you fancy? What is it in him that you think you've got his number? Or because I know you've sparred before in that, or what? Yeah, he's just naturally bigger than him, or what is it you think? No, I just think, you know, he's big enough, and you know he's solid enough. Especially, you know, he was a big welter. He's not a small, you know, super welter. I do think I am naturally bigger than him, but I just think the fight gels well. Everything, I think, things that can get to him, I've got. You know, I think he's got good things that I make mistakes on, and you know. When you say we sparred, we've done 6 rounds on the Monday, we've done 8 on the Wednesday and 4 on the Friday. And that's the only rounds I've ever shared with him. And, you know, they were very good spars. 2 of us, well, I don't know how many spars Kell had, but it was my first spar with him. The first spar, we've done 6. We were both overweight, both, you know, not fit. And then on the 8th, we had a good spar. On the Wednesday, we've done 8 good rounds. On the Friday was gelling very well again, and the styles gel well for a fight that excites me. You know, probably makes me smile halfway through it. I like them type fights, and that's from the fight point of view. From a crowd point of view, you know, if you mention me, the Kell Brook's done on social media, I see the reaction of it, and that's what type fights I want to be involved in, where people will think, no, I think Brook beats him, or no, I fancy Smith. So they're fights that I want to be involved in, especially I want to be involved in now. I'm 30, like I say, I'm 31, and I could. Last year I had a conversation with Eddie over the 3 fights I had for Matchroom, and they weren't really scheduled to be them 3. They were scheduled for 2 fights and then a big one. Kell Brook, a world title or a world title eliminator, and the fight I had in December, neither of us wanted. I didn't want, and Eddie didn't want to give me that fight. But if I was 26, 27. With 15 fights, that would have been a great year for me. I had 3 fights, 3 winnable fights. I got good money for the 3 of them, you know, for the level of opponents. And I could have just thought, right, give me the same again this year. I'll just keep banking money, getting wins on my record. But I'm not. I'm coming to the back end of my career, and I want to see what I've got left and how much money I can make before I do finish. Yeah, I mean, look, I've had chats with Kell myself, and you know, like when he's waiting for Amir Khan, you can end up spending your life waiting for something that never end up coming, and then you're stuck, and like you say, you don't need a warm-up fight, Liam, do you? He's had enough warm-up fights. If you're going to do it, do it.
And that's what I've said, and it was hard to say it without coming across like I'm disrespecting him. I'm not going to spend the rest of my career mentioning Kell and chasing Kell. And when I said that he's not that good, what I mean is he's not that, how can I put it, like, he hasn't got something that I massively want. If that was the case, I'd chase one of the world titles. I'm going to be next mandatory for Pat Teixeira. I go into number 1. I'm number 2 now. He's fighting the number 1, Brian Castano, next. So I probably could sit and hang about for that. But I don't really want that. I do want a decent fight. But while it's kind of hot at the minute and fresh on people's minds, a lot of people have mentioned Smith Brook. I think if it doesn't happen, I said last time, if it doesn't happen by Christmas, it won't happen at all, I don't think.
Well, look, Eddie's saying he wants big fights to come back with, and there's no... What realistically, it should be one of the easiest ones to make, shouldn't it, really?
Yeah, it should, yeah.
So, is there a final message for Kell then? Liverpool from Sheffield, let's get it on, is that it?
Yeah, just he knows all I've mentioned it enough times with him. It's no disrespect towards him. I don't dislike him. I've got nothing against him. He seems a nice fella. But I want to fight him, and I want to fight him next. And it's a fight that I'm massively confident in, and he knows that himself. And it's hard to get this stuff across with, the articles and no heart and that. And it weren't said like that. It was. I just think I've got too much heart for him, and when it just gets nitty gritty and when it gets tough down the stretch, then I just think I've got too much for him. And I just think it's a very, very good fight as long as it lasts. So the stars will gel well, and I don't see why we shouldn't do it.
Yeah, fingers crossed it happens, and then Johnny and Ant can sit here going, "Told you it was going to happen next box," and "Told you it was going to happen next box." I'll be wrong again, won't I?
I'll can use the John Murray money and have a bet with Johnny.
Hey, we was talking about this. Your dad saying you still got the first Liam Williams fight money. Hey, his mum and dad still pays his phone bill.
Yeah,
no, that.
I pay it, but it's still in my mum's bank. That's the.
He transfers it late. That's what he does.
Does he? Or does he do it rolling on a month? Is he always a bit behind?
Yeah,
behind.
That's it.
All right then, Liam. Well, thanks for jumping on, pal, and spending an hour with us.
Yeah, no worries. Nice.
I'll see you Friday.
All right. Yeah. Now it's time for you to do the fishing and the matchmaking.
Yeah. I'll get on to it, don't worry, I'll tell him.
Yeah.
Nice one. See you later.
See you Friday, mate.
See you later.
Bye.